What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Untappd Brewing Company, and they're out of Savannah, Georgia, and this is their Click Here. So they're calling this one a sour ale with a blue raspberry, pineapple, passion fruit, key lime, and lemon. It comes in at 7% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. And this can is just over 3 months old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Wes, for this beer. So big thanks to him. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies that Wes sent my way, and said beer mail is now done. I have reviewed all of the beers from that beer mail, with the lone exception being this one. So this is the last of the box, and I just want to thank Wes for hooking me up with some great beers from the South. It's been awesome to try, especially Untappd. He sent me 5 different beers from Untappd, like I think it was a hazy double IPA, a big imperial pastry stout, and 3 fruited sours, and they've all been pretty good. So I'm hoping this is the best one. Now this was one they brewed for St. Patrick's Day, so the addition of the blue raspberry mixed in with all the other fruits, it gives it like a green look to it. So we'll see if it looks, like it should in terms of like the color. With the blue raspberry, sometimes it has that like kind of weird look to it. We're gonna do a little bit of roll here. I don't do that a lot on the channel, but why not? F it. So anyway, let's crack this one open, get in the glass. I will say blue raspberry in a beer, a lot of times it comes off, because it's the fake candied flavor. Sometimes it dominates the beer, and I'm hoping that is not the case here. I don't want that to dominate. I want those. I love key lime. I love passion fruit. I want those to come to the forefront. So let's give it a pour here. Oh yeah, that's looking gnarly. That is looking absolutely gnarly. So I reviewed Voodoo's Lacto Cooler recently, and that had kind of like that fake look to it. This looks more like Ecto Cooler. Like this has that thickness that just is insane. I'm gonna pour the entire thing in because this is fucking gnarly looking. Wow. Wes was like, yeah, it doesn't look, exactly like that Lacto Cooler. No, this looks more like Ecto Cooler than Lacto Cooler does, because of the thing. Look at that. That definitely looks like it belongs in Ghostbusters or like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Does it look like a beer? Yeah, St. Patrick's Day beer, so they hit the nail on the head. Look at all the remnants of the fruit puree, the pectin, everything. So yeah, that has that Ecto Cooler. It might be darker on camera, but in person, I'm telling you, it looks like Ecto Cooler. It's like the light changes to up here, it's lighter. Down here, it's lighter. In the middle, it's like more of like a dark green. Hold it up to the light, you can't see anything through it. Again, it had a finger of like a light green colored head that is now dissipated to absolutely nothing because of all the adjuncts. And that looks like the fake like green apple you get kind of when it comes to candies. But it looks gnarly, doesn't it? Holy shit. Okay. Now the nose, again, this is a weird mixture of fruits. Again, I love key lime. I love passion fruit. I just bought a pineapple, fresh pineapple, because I've been, I don't eat pineapple a lot, but man, I forget how good fresh pineapple is. I'm talking fresh pineapple. It's delicious. I love all those fruits. Lemons, sure, whatever. Blue raspberry, the fake candy flavoring, I don't know how that's going to mix with everything. So let's see what the nose is doing here. That's fucking weird. I'm just going to say that right off the rip. I don't understand what I'm smelling. 100% the passion fruit is ripping through the rest of the fruits. And I also have a passion fruit in the fridge, which I have not consumed. I might actually eat that tonight. But the passion fruit, and 2 fruits that I notice dominate when it comes to these heavily fruited sours, for me personally, passion fruit and guava. You put both of those fruits in a beer, they're going to just take over. You put them together, usually the guava dominates the passion fruit for me, but like both of those are very intense when it comes to the flavors when it's in a sour, and the passion fruit's just ripping through here. Yeah, passion fruit for days. There's a little bit of like a lemon lime, almost like Sprite kind of character. I'm not smelling the blue raspberry, but I'll be honest with you, this is smelling like a straight up passion fruit, like a passion fruit lime and passion fruit key lime, but specifically if I was doing this blind, it'd be passion fruit lemon lime. That's basically what I'm getting in here. I'm not getting the pineapple. I'm not getting the fake blue raspberry character. But it does smell sweet, so I feel like that the blue raspberry and the pineapple's probably adding to that sweetness more so than the actual character itself. It smells good. It smells awesome because I love passion fruit. But the first sniff, I was like, I don't understand what I'm smelling. Went back in for the second sniff. I can't speak most days. The second sniff, and it was just passion fruit through and through. So yeah, it smells pretty good now. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Beer. Pretty delicious. Thanks, Wes. I don't think I thanked you as I was cheersing, which I typically do. It was just all over the place in this review. I'm throwing off my game probably because of the look and the fact that the passion fruit kind of blew me away. Yeah, this is, to me, you took passion fruit, you took lemon, you took lime, and you combined it with a sweetness that isn't specific to a fruit. Like, I can't tell you the sweetness is coming from a pineapple. I can't even tell you the sweetness is coming from something like candied, like a blue raspberry. It's literally just a generic sweetness mixing in with that passion fruit and the lemon lime. Buying this, it's thick, but it's not overly so. It's like higher side of medium, lower side of full. So it's, you know, it's 7% beer that has probably a body that's like 9 or 10, but it's not like, you know, smoothie-esque and over the top. It's not syrupy. The mouthfeel surprised me. It has a smoothness to it, but it's not overly creamy. And something like this, I would assume to be creamy just based on the look of it. But it has a moderate carbonation, which really bumps up the refreshing nature of this beer because the carbonation is spritzy on the palate. It's so refreshing as you drink it. It doesn't go down like a smoothie where it's like a little bit heavier or, you know, really slick on the palate. So the body, while being thin, I think is, you know, adds to it. And same thing with the mouthfeel. It's a little bit more carbonated than the style typically dictates, but it works for what I'm drinking flavor-wise. And what I'm drinking flavor-wise, front to back, it's passion fruit, it's lemon lime, it's sweeter. So I'm getting like a sweeter, like not candied passion fruit, but just a sweeter passion fruit mixed in with like a Sprite, like a soda pop, like a 7-Up kind of lemon lime feeling. I'm not getting the pineapple at all. The blue raspberry is probably just for color purposes because I'm not tasting it. While it is sweet, it is also firmly tart. There's a mild to moderate acidity on the back of the throat. I'll probably get heartburn by the time I'm done with this, or a little bit of acid reflux, but, you know, dems the brakes when you're reviewing something like this. But it also has a very drying finish. No bitterness to speak of, but it's very dry on the palate. So yeah, it's sweet, but the dryness cuts it, the tartness cuts it, and a little bit of that acidity breaks up the monotony of all the sweetness up front. It's not an overly complex beer. I don't think it's meant to be. But if you were looking for like a St. Patrick's Day fruited sour, you know, 2.5 months ago, this would be a beer that if you're in Savannah, Georgia, or you're in Georgia in general and you wanted something, this would hit the nail on the head from the color. The taste is really nice. I happen to love passion fruit. So I would say this, if you don't like passion fruit, you probably wouldn't pick this up. But let's say you did. Let me just say the passion fruit is like 75% of the taste. It really is for me. But that's a really good thing because I enjoy passion fruit. Not my favorite of the two Tides beers he sent my way, but this is still really good. I'm going to drink the rest of that. As you can see, I am kind of surprised at how refreshing this beer is because every sip I take, I kind of want to go back and take another sip because it's just, I love the passion fruit flavor. But again, I could just chug that. 7%, you can't tell. Yeah, this is really good. Again, not my favorite from them, but better than I thought, honestly, after looking at the beer. But again, that's just a blue raspberry playing with the rest of the fruit. So anyway, click here. St. Patrick's Day fruited sour from Two Tides. I have absolutely no issues giving this one a very high 4.25 out of 5 and go 4.35 out of 5. This is, one word to sum this up is fun. And you know, beer should be fun. And I've mentioned this before recently on the channel, but this is just a very fun beer. It's fun. The color's fun, the flavors are fun, and in general, it's a fun beer. So not much more to say about it other than price and availability, which is $20 a 4-pack for that. That's cheaper than a lot of these heavily fruited sours. Most of them in my area are $24, $25, $26 a 4-pack. So $5 a can is a little bit cheaper. And then availability is Two Tides. They're, you know, they don't see big distro or anything, but if you're in Georgia and maybe like surrounding states, you might be able to pick up some of their stuff. I don't know if they have like an online ordering system where they send stuff out of the state. Maybe I mentioned it in a previous review, but I don't go back and look at them. So, you know, you don't come here for information, do you? You come to hear, hopefully, my opinion on a beer and, you know, because I don't know what's going on most of the time. Distro, price points, everything changes depending on where you live. Distro changes on a daily basis. Sometimes somebody will be like, oh, I can easily get that beer. Another guy's like, I haven't seen that brewery in, 5 years, and they used to always distro here. So I have no idea. Anyway, if you've seen this one before or you've had it, post in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this one. Once again, huge thanks to Wes for all of the beers. I saved this one for last because I knew it was going to be kind of gnarly and weird looking and whatnot, but this is definitely better than that Lacto cooler from Voodoo. Definitely tastes better, definitely looks more authentic, and I appreciate you sending me everything, Wes. It's been a lot of fun. Now, Two Tides is firmly on my radar going forward, so if I see anything show up here in Buffalo, I will definitely pick them up. They do, the three like hype styles very well: hazies, pastry stouts, and heavily fruited sours. They do them all extremely well, and I've had 5 of them, and I can safely say that now. So anyway, appreciate it. To the next one. Cheers.